everyone to today's webinar. Welcome back. So as we have still people streaming in, I'm going to launch a poll. So let me know, okay, if is this your first time here joining us at this webinar. Okay, so let us know. Welcome everyone. I've seen some new names, so just let me know if this is your first time here. Okay. Um, Let me tell you more, those who are new here, let me tell you more about what we do. We have a daily webinar where Jin will be walking you through his thoughts and ideas for a very specific currency for each day. Monday, we'll talk about the Aussie and New Zealand. Tuesday, the Euro. Wednesday, Pound. Thursday, Yen and Gold. Friday, today, we'll talk about the Canadian dollar. So today it's Friday. So Jin will be talking about the Canadian dollar as he will be taking us through different time frames. This webinar is going to be very beneficial to both long-term investors and short-term traders. During these sessions, Jin will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, highlight potential targets and risk. However, a disclaimer, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. For those of you here, my name is Daniel. I've known Jin for many years, first as a student in LCMS Traders, where it is all about training to be conducted to get traders to be consistent and profitable. And now as a business partner in Forex Briefcase, which is our managed account services where Jin trades more than AUM of more than 10 million US dollar on a daily basis. Jin has been invited on many stages globally, and in fact, one of the reasons why you might be here is because you have attended one of his various events. Recently, he has also been invited to Money FM, a Singapore financial radio talk show, to give his views on what is happening on the Forex market. So now, let me run a second poll. Here, let me run a second poll. Let me know how did you get to know this webinar. It'll be very interesting. So please let me know more about this. So now, while you are putting the poll, taking participate on the poll, I want to take this opportunity to share more about the LCMS Traders Club. Let me share the screen here. Okay. Oh no, I don't want to share. Not now, but let me share this here. Okay, so this is the LCMS Traders Club. I'd like to take it. So this is really a private group on Facebook where we teach, guide, signal, coach to be a better and more profitable trader. This is the place to be, regardless of whether you're new, experienced, part-time, or full-time trading. If you join us from Telegram channel, you have been enjoying our trade signals absolutely free. A question you might have is that we have told you when to get into a trade, but you never know where to exit. In the Traders Club, let me scroll down here. We first issue it here. We issue the signals earlier than the Telegram channel. We not only issue it earlier, we also will tell you on whether or not to, excuse me, we will tell you the strategy behind. Look at it. We will tell you the strategy behind the signals and actually guide you. We're letting you know when you hit the TP1, TP2, or TP3 on where to exit with specific reasons. You can see here TP1, Euro USD. We suggest it's valid. The analysis we have given is still valid. Momentum is strong. Suggest to hold to TP2. And when it comes to TP2 here, we will suggest to close the trade, or we will suggest to close early as well. Okay, so this is so that in the long term, you not only earn from the signals, but you also learn how to trade better. Now, if you want to learn new strategies or require some coaching, we have members only live Zoom sessions on a Monday, okay, on a Monday and Wednesdays evening to run through trade ideas, teach you new strategies, and update on the recent market and economic developments. You can see here where we have just on a Monday, we have a weekly live call. On a Wednesday, we have a tutorial, all the tutorial sessions where we just talk about the trend. What we have this trend series, introduction to trend, and how to trade trend in a much better way when this is a continuation of the 4-day FX Kickstarter. Okay. And you can, let me go back home, and you can see from here, we have uh, one of the members here who attended the coaching courses, who has joined the one-to-one coaching. He has benefited so much. He had previously had some trouble getting consistency in his trading, and just having one-to-one coaching with me, we have here that he has really gone to improve from a 36% win rate to even an 86% win rate on knowing where to enter, when to exit. And he has found the coaching to be very beneficial. Now, lastly, we have a wide range of analysis for club members here. You know, we not only have that, we'll give you analysis on if there's ECB monetary policy, we give you a statement, Bank of Canada monetary policy decision, what is happening, and also we have a trading midday daily trades, so what's happening on the day, letting you know what to do. We also have here a weekly currency correlation tables, daily watch list, breaking new analysis, and many, many more to give you the best information, shortcutting your trade way to a trading success. Now, how do you join this trading group? It is a paid subscription of $199 a year, which is less than $1 a day. In fact, if you do a calculation, here you can see there's only about 54 cents a day that will change your life and improve your trading so much better. So if you are facing uncertainty in your trading and taking any risk on your trade, you need to join the club and get some guidance towards profit and or some coaching to improve your confidence and strategy immediately. Trading can be lonely, but with a close-knit community ready to share, trading and can be enjoyable and definitely profitable. But if you haven't already been inside there, make sure you click on this link here and join now. Okay, so really very beneficial. For right now, let's listen to Jin for the Canadian dollar.
Wow. Yeah, that's me. Hey. So Friday, end of the week today. Looking at the Canadian dollar, I think it's going to be relatively easy to trade the Canadian dollar coming up. I will also be going through next week. We were just talking in the office here. Next week is going to be huge, huge. You know, trying to indicate somebody huge. Well, going through the news first. Let's do that. All right. So today, looking at the news, if you're trading the Canadian dollar, we have at 8:30 tonight the Canadian GDP month on month was 3%, expected to come out at 0.9. I think we might actually see about a maybe 1%, so a bit better than expected, so about 1%. So, you know, I think that we might see a little bit of volatility in the US CAD, especially driven not just by this GDP number, but also with the whole move towards reserve, the fear of that second, third, fourth, fifth wave of COVID. And then we've seen some US dollar strength come into play. However, you know, a lot of things to think about as we are at the end of the week. We are on Friday. Next week, as I said, it's going to be huge. Why? Scroll through this Saturday, Sunday, Monday kind of thing. Monday is pretty much the prelude to everything that's going to go crazy. Monday night, know all the news that we have in the mornings. You know, not going to do too much in the afternoons. Not going to do too much. We have a PMI, manufacturing PMI on the US. Looks like it's going to be a good number. Not going to be too crazy. But let's look at the big items next week. Okay. First things first, Tuesday we have the US presidential election. That's going to come through the whole day. So at this point now, on a Friday morning, if you're entering any trades, unless you're getting out by Friday night, you know, the US presidential election is going to come into play. Something you really have to consider and think about. US presidential election on Tuesday, whole day. At 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday, we have the Reserve Bank of Australia's rate position. You can see, if you look at any other sources, they haven't given you the projections yet, but on the projections here, expected to cut from 0.25 to 0.1. Rate decision to cut from 0.25 to 0.1. paying attention to the rate statement as well on Tuesday. So we will go through that on Monday morning when we talk about the Aussie dollar. But big news there. And then we also have on Wednesday morning, where is it? Wednesday morning, we have the New Zealand employment numbers coming around. Look at that. Expected some big change, relatively big change from 4 to 5.4% in unemployment rate. So New Zealand dollar probably going to have some significant volatility aside or in addition to the whole US presidential election results coming around on Wednesday. Okay, so and then the next one we have next week is, where is it? We have the interest rates decision coming from the UK Bank of England, interest rate decision, and also their votes. So this is on Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Again, another huge news that will be affecting the pound US dollar. Okay, and then this, I told you this was going to go on and on and on. On Friday morning, 3 a.m., interest rate decision coming from the US with a new president or without a new president. Is this going to change interest rates coming from the US? Rate decision at 3 a.m., press conference at 3:30 a.m. Again, another huge news on Friday at 3 a.m. in the morning. And then all the way through, you can rest a while, all the way till 9:30 p.m. on Friday. We'll end the week next week with a non-farm payroll. Right? So it's a huge week next week. With all that, I want to remind you, if you are trading, keep it short, keep it tight, because there's so much news: presidential elections, rate cuts, rate decisions, another rate decision from the US, employment numbers for New Zealand, the US, and also all the PMI numbers coming around next week. A lot of news. It's going to move markets very volatilely. Okay, so make sure that you trade properly, trade short term. If you hold on to trades for too long, my view is that the volatility will probably stop you out more often than you hit your take profit levels. Last night we had the ECB press conference. There were signals of further easing. Okay, you can see it down here, further easing. Also, as they signal monetary policy bazooka looms, all that probably coming around in December. So that's why you saw massive drop in the euro US dollar. Okay, so a lot of things has been happening in the market. I hope you've been making good money. The analysis we've been doing has played out quite nicely in general. Looking at the charts here, this is a US CAD on the H4 time frame. I know you're all squinting. I will zoom in one more. Okay, so I'll zoomed out for a reason. Okay, so wanted to show you that it's actually still trading in a very wide range, and it's reacted very nicely to this 1.3344 level. You can see how it tried to break 2 times and start turning back down. 1.3344 level, rejected it over the H4 time frame. I'm a bit hesitant. It looks like price action wise, it looks like it's going to come back down towards 1.32. Okay, if you're looking at that 70 pip stop loss for a 70 pip, 80 pip take profit, that's what price action looks like. It's going to tell you. However, looking at the economics, looking at how we've seen some US dollar strength and possibly the slightly weaker Canadian GDP, I think that I would rather wait for it to go back up, test this 1.3344 level to see if it breaks, right? I'll rather it breaks, so we can move this. I'll rather it break this line close above and hit towards 1.35. Mostly driven by that stronger US dollar, driven by a slightly weaker Canadian. So we could be looking at a 40 pip stop loss for a good 100 20 pip take profit, 1:3. Okay, it could very well drop lower towards 1.32. At that point, I would probably stay out of the US CAD if it does drop lower. I hope that makes sense to you. Quite a quick, easy analysis on the US CAD. So it's not always driven by indicators or just price action. We put all the economics into it as well to look at the overall picture. Bear in mind at this point, US presidential election, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump, that's going to come into a big play of how the US dollar is going to move. Doing a quick recap as we're at the end of the week, and we looked at last week, this coming week already. Do a quick recap. Aussie US went down, tested this level. It looks like this line might have extended a bit, but it looks like it's going to jump back up from 7053. So we'll have a look at that next week, especially with the rate decision coming around. New Zealand US dollar didn't go as low as we expected, but it did have that good 40 pip move downwards. Euro US didn't bounce at 1.18, broke all the way towards 1.16. So a very good 200 over pip or 120 pip move downwards. I hope you caught some level of that. Be careful if you're looking to buy right now. Euro pound is doing pretty much what we expected, came down, test 9024, looking for that bounce up, and I do think that might come around. Pound US dollar moving along that line as I had drawn the last time we spoke about it, so moving very nicely. I hope some of you got that 100 over pip take profit on the pound US dollar. US yen and the yen pairs I did yesterday was pretty much totally off. Didn't break above 104.80, retested lower, so that's invalid already. Euro yen, as we saw, the euro dropped significantly, so that didn't result in the euro yen breaking up above 112.83. Instead, it dropped lower but got supported at 121.89. Pound yen broke below 135.92, but at this point right now, it's really no man's land. I'll be very concerned if you wanted to jump into any pound yen trades at this point. So with all that said, this week has really been the prelude to what we're looking at next week with elections, rate decisions, employment numbers, non-farm payrolls, and all that coming up. Jason, I don't talk about CAD yen, so yes, CAD yen has been missed because it's not one of the things that I look at. You can get Daniel on your one-to-one session to share with you about CAD yen. One last thing I want to tell you about while I have everyone here is, just let me find it. Two ticks, I'll find it. Well, it's taking a bit longer than two ticks, but I'll find it. Where's the note? Too far away. All right. Anyway, we are coming to. I lost it. Okay, got it. So, what am I looking for? That. Sharing this, I was scrolling through, or look at how much I scrolled through in the Traders Club members. Watch out for this post we will be doing on Monday. There's going to be a non-farm payroll competition, right? Predict the figure, win something. I think we've decided that the person who comes exact correct non-farm guess will get $100 on the Amazon voucher. The closest without going over, closest without getting over. No, we're not getting. All right, fine. Well, she just said $50, so it's $100 for an exact guess. $50 closest without going over. I don't know why we're giving away so much money, but Sarah said it, so it's going to happen. make sure look out for that post. Put in your guess. So those of you who have guessed already, like Avalon and Junwei and Jason, you have to guess again when that official post comes up. Make sure you do it before non-farm payroll comes around on Friday. This is your chance to not only trade and make money, you can also join the club, join competitions, and make money and fun as well. With that said, I'll pass it back to Daniel.
Okay, thank you very much, Jin. That's good. A great recap for what happened uh, this week, and then very good analysis on US CAD. So just everybody know breaks upwards, we will probably look for a possible buy trade. So I've just launched, or I already launched a poll. So will you let us know what you thought of these sessions? Is it perfect? You love it, and I hope you come back every day. So by the way, those who are new here, a recording of this video will be uploaded. Thank you for joining these sessions today. So we'll catch you back on a Monday again to talk about the Aussie and New Zealand dollar and lots of news coming in for the coming week. So I look forward to see you then. Goodbye.